See, that's the thing about leadership is that it will always be the difference maker. It will always be the one advantage you can have on your competition. When your people know you have their back, when you give your people the resources they need to succeed, that means you as a leader, as a manager, as a boss, as the person in charge is there with them doing the things that they need to do. It's really important that you delegate responsibility correctly, but it also means that when your people, when your frontline managers, when the people dealing with your customers, when they encounter issues, it's important that you're there to help them solve those problems. It used to be, oh, that's going to be something that you're going to have to deal with. You figure it out. I'm not there. You have to figure it out on your own. And there is an element of that present. There is an element of that the frontline leader needs to understand. But it also means that if all of your frontline leaders, let's hypothetically say you have 25 people on the front line, if all 25 people are coming back to you with the same problem, you need to do something about that. That is something that they are having difficulty overcoming. You need to sit down and maybe be there with them for a day or maybe a week, maybe longer, however long it might take for you to figure out why that problem continues to persist. And then you need to put in you need to implement the remedy, you need to implement the changes, or you need to give your frontline people the training, the resources, and ultimately the ability to be able to overcome that problem. Okay. Delegating responsibility is what separates good companies from the bad ones. It's what separates the good leaders from the bad leaders as well. Inevitably, you have 25 positions available. You're going to have to fill those 25 positions. Here's the deal. You do want everyone to be good at what they're doing, but you don't necessarily need one person to be the jack of all trades, the master of everything. You need to kind of understand everything, but let's hypothetically say you have someone doing something very unique and very specific, a specialized role. Only they are going to be able to tell you how to do that. Let's just hypothetically say you have the engineer doing something. Unless you're an engineer yourself, you're just going to have to trust them. And trusting your frontline leaders, whatever the role may be, I'm just using the engineer as an example, but trusting your frontline leaders and listening to them when they come to you with, hey, I'm having this problem, or you know what, I've been thinking maybe we can have this available to us so that when this problem arises or customers are experiencing this issue, I think this would be a good change. You need to sit and you need to listen and you need to seriously think, am I doing the right thing? I'm not there on the front line, so I don't know what they know. If you think you know what they know, you've already done it wrong. You've already got it totally backwards. You're not there. They're there. They see it every day. They hear from people. They're probably answering emails. They're the ones getting the feedback. Now you need to take they're getting the feedback from your customers, by the way, the people who pay you so that you can work, so that you can do your job. So your customers give feedback to your frontline leaders and your leaders will then give feedback to you. And it's your job to actually listen to what your leaders are asking for. Whether it be resources, whether it be additional personnel to help them, maybe they need an assistant or something like that. Whatever it may be, you as a manager, you as the leader, you as the boss are the only person that has the ability to implement those changes. So you need to listen, you need to learn, and that is going to be the difference maker at your company. Leadership is always the difference maker.